Hello there, this is James, your holistic practitioner, and I'm doing a video from my car because there's just so much information I want to make and I want to do it quickly. Some of the more complicated videos, I'll set up the green screen and I'll make the graphics a little more specific so that the audience can learn. But for these kind of videos here, I just wanted to give this information quickly and allow myself and allow the audience to see more content quicker. So today's topic is about time travel, which is basically using applied kinesiology to travel through time. And I know that seems like something that might be fantastic or unbelievable, but in order to resolve people's issues, you have to go back in time. You have to go prior to the original time that there was a problem. People go through difficulties. They go through hardships, breakups, they lose people in their lives, they have problems at work, things like that. Crisis, and these things often have happened in the past. And the protocols that we set up for people to heal themselves or resolve these difficulties, they are designed to repair the primary cause. And if you are having a difficulty in your life, whether it's your relationships, something related to money, possibly traumas, loss, things like that, you don't want to just repair the current problem. The current problem feels intense, most likely because it's happened before. That's why the very first time usually is the worst one. And then when it happens again and again and again, the body responds with what we call an injury recall. And that injury recall is stored in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our subconscious, and unfortunately, in our organs and glands. That's why organs and glands start to have problems later in our lives, because there's a lot of built-up stress, a lot of traumas, a lot of allergy. Allergy is from trauma and emotional problems, most of it. Some allergy is from genetic causes. But in order to resolve difficulties wherever it would be, whether it's in your life, your relationships, your work, you have to time travel. You have to go back to the original event. The original event would be the first time it was a big problem where you received it as kind of a trauma or as a crisis. And if you can resolve that, everything going forward is going to be improved. So if, say, you had a problem in high school with a relationship and there was a really heartbreaking breakup with a boyfriend or girlfriend, or there was a loss in the family, something like that, or there was a really difficult time where something was really scary for you, whether it was heights, public speaking, dealing with any kind of driving over an overpass, height, getting on an airplane. All of those things typically happen in our childhood, and then in our adulthood, when we re-experience it, it feels more and more intense. So the way to resolve the current problem, whether you're in your 30s and 40s and beyond, is to go back in time when it first happened. That's the way to do things. And the way to do it is to time travel using applied kinesiology. Understand how to muscle test a person, understand how to resolve things using our ACT protocols, and most importantly, learn how to time travel. You find out what's wrong with a person. You can just have them think about it. Say they're afraid of public speaking. Very common issue. People are very afraid of public speaking. It leads all the way into their business life and into their success life and in their careers, and it sabotages people. It takes away their ability to sell, it takes their ability to present to other people, to speak with clients, to make cold calls, to stand up in front of a group. All of it becomes a crisis. We can resolve that with a simple ACT protocol, usually the one around phobia and fear. But you don't want to resolve it in the present, because the present is probably only one of multiple layers. You want to go back in time. You want to time travel back. And it's very easy to do that. The way to do it is you have the person think about their fear. Say it's public speaking, and they've got a presentation in front of hundreds of people. Maybe it's at a graduation. Maybe it's in front of a business group. Maybe it's just making cold calls. all of it becomes difficult. And what you want to do is have the person think about public speaking. As soon as they do, all their muscles are going to go weak. If you test a muscle and it's strong and you have them think about public speaking, bam, they'll go weak. Pause lock that response. Now their cells, their nervous system and their subconscious are locked into that folder, kind of like opening up a file cabinet, and you're now inside a folder called public speaking. Now you need to go into priority mode just by touching your finger here. It's almost like the OK sign, but it's actually on the crease of the finger here. In this mode, they're going to immediately become strong, even if you pause lock them into being stressed out about whatever. In priority mode, you can verbally say, is there an original event? Bam, and they'll go weak. If they go weak, that means it's priority that there is an original time this happened beyond just the present. Now you can pause lock that in, and now you're in a subfolder is basically time traveling to the original event, the prior event. Now you're going to go back into a priority and they will go strong again. And you're going to ask, was this 1 to 5 years ago? And test. If they remain strong, that's not the priority. Then ask again, is this 10 to 15 years ago? And if they are strong in priority, that's not the priority time. Time travel all the way back if you need to, from age 0 to 10 in priority. And if they go weak, when you say this is from age 0 to 10, they go weak. That means it's the priority time that something bad happened that made them fear public speaking. You're going to pause lock that in and you're going to ask, was it age 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, age 10? Yes. Age 10, pause lock that in and you're going to ask the person, why were you stressed out about public speaking at age 10? And suddenly the person's going to be like, oh my gosh, I had to stand in front of the class and make this presentation about a subject that we were assigned with. And I was terrified because these kids that were bullies were making fun of me for public speaking, and they were bullying me the day before, and they were teasing me, and I was terrified that they were going to continue giving me a hard time and humiliating me in front of the class. And you would pause lock that in, and now you do the repair under the time travel of age 10. Now you do the repair at age 10, this phobia to public speaking, and then you finish the protocol while you do the ACT protocol. This will take 30 seconds of a repair, and the fact finding of going through time travel might take 2 or 3 minutes to decipher in priority when the person experienced the original event. And each time you go through answers, you pause, lock that in, and it's like opening a new folder, another folder, another folder. You're going in deeper and deeper into their subconscious and in time traveling throughout their past and locking in the major problem which happened at age 10, not in the present. The reason they're stressed out to do a presentation in front of their colleagues at work or in front of their college courses is going all the way back 10 and 15, 20 years ago when they were in elementary school because they were being bullied or harassed or humiliated by other kids. That's the original event. That's how you time travel. And this can be applied to pretty much every facet of a person's issues, whether it be fear, phobias, it can be emotional traumas, loss, it could be breakups in relationships, loss in the family, any kind of major problem. It can even go back to why people have issues around making money or being successful. Some people have negative programs around money. Maybe somebody gave them a hard time or told them when they were 12 years old that money is evil, or people that are rich are evil, or people with money are wicked or crooked, or people steal from you, when you're rich, things like that. You want to go back in time and resolve all of these negative programs, all these traumas, fears, all these phobias, all these things that happened going through time to the original event. If you can go back to the original event and ask in priority one question at a time using a muscle test, you can get resolution. And the repair may only take 30 seconds, but it will repair years of nervous system crisis and negative programs, which will immediately release tension, anxiety, headaches, muscle cramps, stomach queasiness. It'll get rid of people's eye strain, blurriness, cloudy thinking, feelings of dread, feelings of panic. All of that stuff goes away going through time, and you always have to use time travel. You cannot repair things in the present. It's going to be a very superficial repair, kind of like the icing on the cake. Yes, you can scrape the icing off the top of the cake, but the cake still remains. You want to go all the way down to the layers of why things happened so that we can resolve things at a much deeper level. Anyway, that's today's video on time travel. I'm going to be doing more videos later on understanding how to resolve things, because my goal here is to get people to look at the world in a 5 neo-philosophies way, resolving their health, wealth, relationships, resolving self-confidence issues, and doing that at a spiritual level, not just at a coaching or educational level. We got to heal people at a deep spiritual level, and the human body is more advanced than just chemistry or psychology or thought and ideas. You've got to go into a spiritual realm, and that's what the ACT protocol does. In any sense, I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope that helped. Please comment, please subscribe. Make any request. If you have a specific request for something that you want me to make a video on, put it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.